Yo, Christopher, what's up, bro? How are you doing, man? Yo, what's up, guys? Yo, Christopher, what's up, bro? How are you doing, man? I quickly set some stuff up. I'm so not used to live streaming, man. might, might go wrong for a couple moments over here. Nice, good to hear that, Christopher. Yeah, I'm doing fine, man. I actually went to sleep at 4 a.m., so I woke up not too long ago, but all good. Okay, everyone, I'll be right back. Just give me a couple minutes. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the mention, Christopher. Actually, this was supposed to be a test stream because the stream is actually starting at 2 p.m. CET, but I just couldn't figure it out in Streamlabs, so I figured, fuck it, let's just go. Adil, welcome, bro. Thank you. Yeah, these cheat sheets help me as well. Okay, let me already launch the game. Okay, let's go. Oh well, that's a good start. It already crashed the game. Okay. What the fuck? Nope. Okay, let's see what's up with these game filters. They don't seem to be working right now. They're just not on. Okay, cool. Mexico. Nice. Greetings from the Netherlands, man. Okay, let's wait 2 more minutes before we actually start. So today's plan is to go over your loadouts. So this is the website. Some of you might already be familiar with it, and I have a series called Back by Data. And what I do over here is I create cheat sheets for the bullet drop and lead for very specific loadouts. So on the website you can find all the cheat sheets that I've covered thus far. But the thing is, many people started requesting their own loadouts, and it takes some time to create any of these. So I figured the day before yesterday to just do a live stream. You guys can request loadouts. Just give me a weapon you play with. Give me the exact attachments you play with. We can do little votes, and I'll cover them during this live stream and publish them on the website. And this is kind of what we will end up with. So I'll create a new page, and a nice little Calvin Klein ad over here. Okay, well, that's definitely not something I've been searching for, but whatever. Deliveroo is. Oh yeah, I like takeaway food. But we'll end up with one of these sheets, and I'll just publish them on the website, and you'll have your own personalized sheet. So we were actually starting right now. So I'll just wait a couple more minutes to see if more people join so that we can actually start. So I haven't touched my stream settings for a while. I actually haven't streamed at all for a while. Can you guys hear me good enough? And is the quality of the stream good enough? Or should I kind of fine tune some settings real quick? Kind of late to tell you about that, I know. Gasman, thanks for the live, bro. For the like, the live. What the fuck? Okay, nice. Good to hear that, Christopher. Sweet. For now, at least. Yeah. Let's see how everything runs when I launch. Once I launch the DaVinci Resolve, which is video editing software, which I will need to kind of gather all the data frame by frame. And once I launch Figma, which is graphic design software, to actually design these cheats. Hope everything holds up, because I'm on a single streaming PC and not on a. I don't have two PCs to do dual streaming. But we'll see. We'll figure something out. Let me just launch Discord. Okay. Yeah, exactly that, Christopher. So basically, let me actually go over the website. So you can just tell me whatever sniper, AR, LMG, whatever you're playing with. Just give me the exact attachments you're playing with, and I can kind of cover it during the live stream. And yeah, it doesn't really matter. You can just tell me whatever you're using, and I'll check if I've already covered it or not, and we can go on from there. I'll actually go in my weapon section. Okay, these are all I'm using. Check. Yeah, drop your loadouts, guys. So there are a couple weapons I didn't cover just yet. Let me pull up the website and actually one of my folders. Okay, so this is everything I've covered thus far. So we have the Kar 98. We have covered that one. That's kind of mainstream Kar 98 that I covered. Then we also covered the SPR. This one is actually highly requested because I only covered one with the variable zoom scope and haven't covered any loadout for the SPR with the sniper scope just yet. So that one might be something to go over. Then we have the Tundra. This is actually still based before the, based on the build before the buffs and the updates that happened in the past couple weeks. So I'm kind of curious to see how this one holds up right now. Actually, the Tundra, based on the testing that I've done thus far, this one had great bullet velocity. It had a great bullet drop. Like it was really, yeah. I mean, there was bullet drop, but it was basically non-existent. We covered the HDR. I believe this one has the variable zoom scope. Let me actually check. We have the HDR long range. I believe this one is with the variable zoom scope. I guess, yeah, it is. Then we covered another Car 98. So the first one was actually one for quick scoping. This one was kind of the optimal build for bullet velocity and bullet drop. We covered the AX50, not so popular anymore. I believe in season 1 a lot of people used it. The Pellington is something we covered. This is actually the ground loot Pellington, which was fun to cover because everybody kept missing their shots with the ground loot gray Pellington. It was really shit. Then we have the M82. That one is interesting as well because it had supposedly a double buff, and I haven't revisited this one before, but when I covered it, it was on the 29th of May. No, actually, yeah, something like that, maybe a bit earlier. It had a really low bullet velocity, but basically no bullet drop, which was an odd combination. The Rytec, this was a build for to destroy vehicles. Crazy one though. ZRG, the blueprint, another Pellington. ZRG, the meta build. Let's see, Christopher. SPR, monolithic, solo zero, Commander foregrip. Yeah, I think this one will be nice to cover because a lot of people have been requesting it. Actually, I believe kind of this build. Maybe we should just start off with that one. I also covered a couple of ARs and an LMG. I actually didn't expect people to want to see these sheets for ARs and LMGs as well, but turned out I got quite a few requests, so I started covering those as well. And as some of you might know, check TikTok, T-Captain X. I have a little partnership going on with him. So he helps me out. He covers the cheat sheets in his videos, and I promote him a little bit, and I cover his personal loadouts so that he can create videos, which is quite dope. He's a good guy and a good streamer, though. He's a beast. You should check him out. He's on Twitch as well, T-Captain X. But let me actually build the SPR. Maybe we should start off with that one. What's up, Kringe? Nice to see you here, bro. So I always know that people will start. I test these sheets in or all these weapons in Plunder, so I always have to kind of avoid fights and try to make the best of it. Let me just quickly set up the Mac 10 so I can hold off people. Agency, just do something random. Oh, not an optic. Raider stock. Yeah, fuck it. Okay. Let's grab the SPR. Okay. Let's go with the monolithic. 26-inch barrel. Oh, wait, did you say 28? I believe you mean this one, right? Yeah, 26-inch. You have the Solo Zero. Yeah, this one is the is one I haven't covered yet, so that's good. What's up, Saverio? I'm really bad with names, man, especially with foreign names. Sorry about that. Yeah, the 26, right? Okay, then the Lapua rounds. And one more, the commando foregrip. Okay. Let's check what we have over here. Okay, so this should be it. Monolithic, the longest barrel. The solo zero, which is basically kind of the sniper scope for the SPR, but with a way higher zoom. Commando foregrip and the Lapua rounds. Okay, that's this one. Let me quickly rename it. Overkill, Mac 10, and SPR. Look how sexy it is. Let's fucking go. Okay, don't fill. So I always test it in planar trios. It might take a couple of rounds because I always test at the military base. And it would be kind of nice if the flight path doesn't cross the military base. Otherwise, I can't shoot the... Otherwise, I can't collect the data real nice in just a couple minutes. Which is obviously kind of the goal. But let's see. Okay. I pull this out of the view. Yeah, I'll probably have to indeed jump out of the game and hop back in if anything messes up with the flight path. But we'll see. Okay, this could work. Let me see how my FPS holds up with all of this shit. Well, I haven't played with the SBR for a while now. Oh. Oh. So the only thing I don't like about the SPR, I think it's really a great gun. It has good bullet velocity, it has great bullet drop, but the flinch resistance is just awful, man. If people start shooting you with an AR and you're in combat with them and they start hitting their shots, it's really hard to hit them. But whatever. Okay, let's see how my stream holds up, because I'll also have to record at the same time so that I can kind of check out the shit frame by frame after this. Okay, so we'll go to the strip over there. Ah, cool, Adnan. Enjoy, bro. Thanks for checking in real quick. Will you be online tonight for some games? Ah, okay, cool, sweet, bro. Okay, let's go to military base. Nice, okay, cool, Adnan. See you, bro. Enjoy. Oh yeah, you can already see it's at 80 FPS. Yeah, and it's hot outside, so... Ah, fuck, people have been dropping in over here. So, let's check this one out first. So this is the wall that I always test at. Let me quickly ping that shit, because this is about 500 meters. So I test all the bullet drop and the bullet velocity at 500 meters. I'll just let this guy pass. Let me actually check if I can kind of ping it. I know it's over here. Okay, so I take 3 shots at the wall. Here, and you can already see it doesn't. So the recentering of this gun is kinda bad. It doesn't recenter perfectly after taking 1 shot, but it's okay. Okay, so we have the 500 meters covered now. I will go to the next spot at 400 meters. Kinda over here. Just a bit up front. Okay. So at 400 and 500 meters I stand on top of the car because it's... oh, what the fuck am I doing? Let me actually re-ping that wall. Okay, this should do it. So this first test is for the bullet velocity and the bullet drop. Yeah, we did get a nice little hit over here. Now we go to 300 meters, 200, 100. From here on I won't stand on a vehicle, just to keep it. So we will also test the ADS speed and rate of fire. Let me just quickly finish this one. 200 meters. Okay. Kind of shooting at eye level. Someone is targeting me. Later. And the last one at 100 meters. I'm actually get this vehicle a bit so it covers me. Okay. Now I'll quickly go over here inside to check the ADS speed and the rate of fire. Okay, so this is the ADS speed. And now let's do the rate of fire. Okay, that's it. So now I've done all the testing that I need to create a sheet. Let's just see if we see people over here so that we can kind of kill them. Wait, the vehicle is at full health right now, huh? How far away is it? Okay, thanks, bro. Let's get back at him. Oh, he actually stole my vehicle. I'm glad I... The best scope. Is that it? So the... I use the default scope. I just hate the reticle. It takes up so much real estate from your screen. It's sometimes hard to actually see the enemy. But I still think that's kind of the best one for now. Yeah, what's up, bro? Chilling? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll leave the game in a second. Just want to see if I can grab a couple kills. Standing out here in the open ain't the best thing to do, but whatever. Yeah, it feels so weird to play with the SPR again. I've been playing with the Swiss for such a long time. I'm kind of getting used to the bullet velocity. And the ADS isn't the greatest on this one, but it's okay, because if you play with this gun for at long ranges, I think it's best suited for medium to long ranges, this one. Then it's alright. Okay, well actually let me pull out of this game. I got my recording. Or I hope I have my recording. Okay, let's leave the game. We have the data. Let me quickly check if the recording was successful. Okay, yep, sweet, we got it. Now let me launch the video editor, so I can go over it kind of frame by frame. So guys, how has your weekend been? Check, did it launch? Let me close down Call of Duty for a sec. Okay. Okay, awesome. We go in editing mode. Zoom out a little bit on the timeline. Okay, now we will create a new folder. Add bin. And actually check what loadout is loadout 18. Okay. SPR. Okay, let's pull in the file. Put it on the timeline. Awesome. Yeah, back to the weekly grind, huh? Yeah, bro. Yeah, so the private games are kinda shitty. I mean, for the custom lobbies in Warzone, you will need at least 24 players, I believe, including yourself. That would have been great though if I could test over there, but for now I'll have to stick to this shit. Okay, let's check. What do we have over here? Yeah, so this is actually where it starts. Let me just delete this. Okay, so now we'll go over all the distances. I believe I'm done. Yep, I'm done over here. Let me put some cuts in the edit. This is the next one at 400 meters. Delete this. This is 300 meters. Okay. Yep, okay, we should be all good now. Over here we went inside. Now we do the ADS. Delete this. Okay, that's kind of it. Okay, so now I'll pull up my sheet, enter the data, make a copy. Okay, this was loadout 8. Oh, loadout 18 actually. Okay. SPR 208. Okay, so this is where I enter all the data, kind of frame by frame. Over here is the this is basically for the lead, the amount to lead. This is for the ADS, and this is for the rate of fire. Oh yeah, definitely. Slow internet is also an obstacle. And I also play. I'm from Europe, and I often play with guys from the US. And whenever I join their servers, it's just the latency is crazy. So I don't take that into account while creating these sheets. These are all kind of, if you have a normal latency anywhere between like I would say 20 and 60. And as you can see, I actually know what the lead is exactly in centimeters up to the millimeter, because this is just a basic calculation, just basic math. And but you will never know that if someone is walking at 100 meters distance and he is walking and the bullet velocity of the gun is 1,000 meters per second, you should lead the guy with 45 centimeters and 79 millimeters, but nobody can eyeball that. So it's just to give you a good starting point, and from there on you can train your muscle memory, and that's kind of it. Oh yeah, if your ping is 120, then I should really do a test on that to see what happens with a higher latency, how much you have to adjust if you eyeball the cheat sheets. But I think it should still be quite similar, but not too sure about that. Okay, so we have the sheet over here. I'll pull it to the other frame, to the other screen actually, and let's start off with the 500 meters. Okay, so let's see where it exactly starts. So in the bottom right corner, you see it jumping from 5 to 4. That's the starting position at 500 meters. I'll take those frames. And this will take about 10 minutes, I believe, to enter the data. So I'm on the second monitor right now to check the... Let me actually check where it exactly hits. So you have the bullet, it travels, you can see it traveling. Then I kind of have to determine where it actually hits the wall. Usually you see a smoke coming off, but at such distance, I believe it just doesn't render it. So I'll take this one. And it doesn't really matter that much. Like if I'm off by, let's say, 5%, since you cannot eyeball for exactly a lead of 49 centimeters or exactly a lead of 2 meters and 45, it doesn't really matter. Let's see what the first result is. So just give me a second. Entering in some data over here. I have the monolithic SPR. So you could also put a tech laser on this build to just improve the ADS a little bit. But if you stick to the to medium to long range, then it'll probably be scoped in anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. I just prefer a fast ADS. I'm a bit more of an aggressive player, I would say. Yeah, it really depends on your personal preferences, I guess. Let's check the bullet velocity. Okay, so based on the first shot, it's about 1034 meters per second. But I always take 3 shots to see if anything is odd. Okay, so we see it switched to 3 rounds left. I'm entering the data for the frames. Let's take this frame. Yeah, again, 1034. So I kind of know this should be it. Let me actually switch up my keyboard profiles. So we now we know the bullet velocity, an average over 500 meters. Usually I also like to check out the bullet velocity on 400, 300, 200, 100 meters. Now I'm recording at 60 FPS, right? So 1 frame less per second has a crazy impact on the bullet velocity at 100 meters. So I don't take it too serious with what comes out of there, just because it isn't the most reliable distance to test the bullet velocity. Okay, so this is it, 400 meters at frame 10,000 exactly. Okay, let's go over a couple of frames, see where it kind of oh, this one was nasty. Can't really determine it really well. The reload label is on top of it. Let's take the next shot. Okay. I'm entering the data on another monitor in the sheet at the moment. Hopefully it doesn't cover it again. Okay, so I would say over here. Okay, it gets about 1000 meters a second, quite similar again. So I'll just stick to the 1034 average bullet velocity. That should probably be it. $300 meters. Well, Christopher, I don't know, man. I mean, it really depends on your playstyle. So your question is, would you swap for the tag laser? I usually always use a tag laser just because of the advantage with the ADS speed, but that's mainly because I play with a combination of a pretty aggressive sniper build together with an SMG. So the first shot that I take with a sniper is usually within, I would say, 75 and 200 meters. And whenever I'm camping a building, yeah, I also camp sometimes, then I might just take shots at 300, 400, 500 meters just for the sake of it, just for a bit of fun. And in those cases, the ADS speed isn't important at all, because usually you have quite some time to spot an enemy, scope in, and take your shot. And especially with the SBR, it reloads. You don't even have to zoom out anymore. So the ADS isn't that important. But usually I take my shots if I'm kind of in sweaty lobbies or feeling sweaty myself. I take shots within like 75 and 200 meters, I would say, which means that I'm usually fighting enemies that either have an LMG or an AR or have a sniper build themselves. Now they have a huge disadvantage if a sniper is fighting me at, like, let's say 200 meters, 150 meters, and they would have this build while I have my build, I would prefer the Swiss, for example, or the car in those cases. With a good ADS speed, then I'm already zoomed in and I can already probably take a shot before they even kind of are zoomed in or scoped in. So I do prefer to have a tech laser. But it all depends on your playstyle. Let me check where I was. 300 meters. Okay, we're going to take the shot, I guess, somewhere over here. Yep. Okay, now we see the smoke. Okay, that's good. It hits over here. So I'll take one frame off. Because it also, sometimes it's at like half a frame. It kind of, especially on these distances. So at 300 meters, since I'm recording at 60 FPS, like it takes, let me pull up the screen. So we're over here in this row right now. 300 meters, I just entered the data for the first shot, and it took 17 frames from when I took the shot to when it hits. Now let's see what the impact is if I'm one frame off. So that's why I don't like to test the bullet velocity on these distances. 300 is still quite okay, but so if I'm one frame off, as you can see over here, 18 frames instead of 17, it will make a difference of 59 meters per second. And if we take a look over here at what the lead is, so the lead at 300 meters, if someone is tactical sprinting, so you can recognize a tactical sprint if the enemy is holding his weapon up in the sky, that's a tactical sprint. And then you have the regular sprint. And I also collect the data on when they are just walking. But if they are tactical sprinting, the lead is about 212 centimeters. Now let's say that that the bullet velocity is a bit higher, so I'll just add one frame to this one. It's 211, elf, that's Dutch, 211 centimeters. Versus, yeah, so if I'm one frame off, it's a difference of 59 meters per second, the bullet velocity or the muzzle velocity, and it just impacts the lead with about a centimeter. So it doesn't make a huge difference if I'm off like one frame or two frames. And then again, you probably won't be able to eyeball the exact lead. When you're running around, you see an enemy at 300 meters, he's tactical sprinting, kind of perpendicular to you, and you're like zooming in, and you want to take the shot, and you won't be like, oh yeah, I have to lead with 212 centimeters or 211 centimeters. So the average person is about 180 centimeters, 185 centimeters tall. So even if you wouldn't be using the markers on the scope, you would still kind of see that. Or you would kind of make a guess. So you would have to lead about one time his body height plus a little bit. But whatever, let's use this one because this one is more consistent with the bullet velocity on 500 and 400 meters. I'll just copy it over here. Goran, I have been on YouTube for not so long actually. I've been on and off trying to make it on YouTube, but basically the last couple of months, I would say I started a couple months ago with this series, and that's when I took it more seriously, started uploading a bit more consistent, and I kind of want to release 1 to 2 videos per week, which I'm working on right now. Let's pull a test on a 200 meter distance. 13602. Let's take this one. Okay, so I enter the data for the 200 mark. Now let's go to the 100 meters. So this is where I take this shot. You can see it switching in the bottom right corner from 3 to 2. So I'll take that frame. 15765. See where it impacts. 15771. It might be a little bit off, but then again, it doesn't really matter for the outcome. So the total average for the... So I do take the average bullet velocity from all these bullet velocities that I just collected, and it is about 1046 meters per second. Now, even if I'm off with like 30, 40 meters per second, 20 meters per second, whatever, it doesn't really impact the reliability of those sheets. So it's all good. Now we'll switch over to the ADS speed. So I collected that over here. Okay, so you can see clearly that I'm pulling up the weapon over here. I just got to determine the point where it actually does. So I would say that happens over here at this frame. Oh yeah, and already start dropping your next loadout with your specific attachments, and I can cover that one after this one. Okay, so right now you can see that at the you can see the hold left shift steady aim label up here. So that's where I figure it finishes ADSing. Yeah, so the ADS is quite slow. It's at 633 milliseconds. Let's see if I do it again. What happens? I get the same one. It's the same results. Yeah, so you see he is moving his arm over here. So I'll take that as the first frame. And now until the label appears again. Yep, over here. Okay, so now I get 617 milliseconds, which averages 625 milliseconds. So I guess I'll stick to that. Okay, so we have the data for that now. And I also did a test on the rate of fire. So you can test this in multiple ways, right? So the rate of fire per minute is what I calculate. And I don't take into account the amount of time that's needed to reload the weapon. So I have 5 rounds. Over here it switches from 5 to 4. I'm already zoomed in, so I also don't take that into account. I just, with this testing, I just act as if you have unlimited amount of rounds. The only thing you have to do is rechamber, and you don't have to put in to actually reload after the 5 first shots. I'll take this one. So you have multiple types of testing in here, and maybe JGOD or maybe True Game Data, they do it in a different way. I mean, that's all fine. Maybe I'll do more extended testing in the future, where I kind of test with taking the reload time into account and the ADS into account. But for now, I'll stick to this. So we have this frame, 17327. And let's skip forward a couple of shots. Okay, so over here in the bottom right corner, it switches from 1 to 0. This is when it releases the last shot. So I'll take this as the endpoint. Okay, so I just entered it. Let me check if my math is correct over here. Yeah, we took 5 shots. This one isn't even important. So the rate of fire per minute is, if you round it, 54 rounds per minute with the SPR. That's kind of good. That's not bad at all. Okay, so now we got to determine the bullet drop. So this one gets a bit... I'll have to launch Figma. Yo, what's up, Synergy Gaming? How are you doing, man? Kind of missed your comment a bit ago. Yeah, I believe the recall is not that bad, man, on this SPR build. Now, why I don't, because of my playstyle, why I don't prefer the SPR over other rifles, especially the Kar 98 and the Swiss, is because of the flinch resistance. Now, the flinch resistance on this one, if someone starts hitting their shots towards me, then then it's kind of unlikely for me to hit them. While with the Kar 98 or the Swiss, I mean, you can just, let me show you a quick video. You can still shoot them really easily. Let me check. What? Click watching my own videos. What? Yeah. So what we have over here. So over here, I have an example of the flinch resistance with the Swiss. Check where it started. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's check it out. To account, the Swiss definitely wins. What I really enjoy about this weapon is the flinch resistance. Check it out. So you can see that they started taking their shots, but I was still able to... Oh, let me turn off the volume. So this guy was shooting at me, and while he took his shot before I took my first shots. I mean, I was still able to take him out. I probably wouldn't have been able to do so with the SPR. That's why I really enjoy the Swiss and the Kar. Yeah, and then another example. Again, like this guy just shoots me, and yet I beat him. That's what I really love about the Swiss, and kind of what I hate about the SPR. Same goes for some other snipers as well. Okay, so over here we are in Figma. Let me actually check what kind of reticle I had. Oh, I had a different reticle. I didn't change it to the reticle I usually use. But this one is fine as well. I'll have to design it actually. Okay. Let me pull up the video editor. Go at 100 meters. That one is over here. So this is the, I believe this is the default reticle for the SPR. So we got to design that one at first. Let me take a screenshot. Actually, let me quickly check if I have already covered this one somewhere. I believe I didn't. Nope. Pretty sure I haven't. Yeah, this one is with the, I believe it is the cross-strand reticle. Yeah, this is kind of my, I would usually use, but it's all good. This one is also with the cross-thread, yep. So we have a couple reticles over here. Okay, all good. Let me quickly design it. the screen. Let's make it red for now. So this is, whenever I haven't covered a different reticle just yet, I have to kind of design it again. It's all good. Okay, this should be it. Pull up this one a bit better. Okay, then we have the middle ones. $30, $29, okay. So it's just sometimes weird, like, okay, this should be it. I'll fine tune it in a little bit. Okay. Flip this. Yep. Okay. Now let's wait. Are these dots? Oh yeah, those are dots. Okay. Didn't know that. Let me quickly change it. Good. Now we have the horizontal line. How bad was this one? Now let's work on the vertical part. Yeah, so this is probably one frame before I took the shot or something like that. It isn't the lines aren't perfectly parallel to it, but it's all good. Now let's create those horizontal markers. That's about it. 60. And duplicate it, duplicate it, duplicate it. We won't even need all of these, but it's all good. Six. Okay. Let's group this shit. This is something that luckily I already have quite some reticles designed, because this just takes some time. Should have actually chosen the cross-thread reticle, but it's okay. 9, 9. Okay, so this is 10, 10. Okay, makes sense. Oh, let me copy this layer. Okay, that's it. Now we have our reticle designed. Okay. Let's see if everything is grouped properly. Yep. Now these should be black. Okay. That's it. We have our reticle. Yep, sweet. Okay, so this is the SPR default reticle. Make a copy. So I would say this is the SPR for long range. SPR 208. Let me pull up the data that we gathered before. So we have the average bullet velocity, which is 1046 meters per second. That's not too bad. I mean, it's quite similar to the Car 98 and the Swiss. So especially for long range, this is, I mean, you could have a better build for long range. Yeah, absolutely. So the ADS time, 6 to 5 milliseconds, and the rounds per minute were 54. Was it? Yep. Okay, so it automatically added it to each one of those cards. Yep. Let me just delete this one. And add this one. And we won't be needing these, so that's all good. Okay. Now that we have that, let's go over the bullet drop. So we'll start at 500 meters in a second. I just have to prepare some stuff. So we have a new reticle, and I have to determine what the... I have to make a couple of measurements to figure out what the bullet drop is in centimeters. Just give me a second. Yeah, let me pull up some screenshots. Let's start off with 100 meters. Okay, yeah. Taking screenshots for for all distances, because I need to measure the wall, the size of the wall actually. Okay. Screenshot at 200 meters. This is about it. Let me put them side by side. Now we go to 300 meters. And when it hits, let's take a screenshot of that as well so we can measure the... Okay, this is good. So we can measure the bullet drop. .400 meters. Screenshot. Yeah, the bullet drop isn't that bad. It's quite sweet though. It's a decent amount of bullet drop for this build. Makes it way easier to hit your shots. Okay, so this is when we take our shot. And this is right before it hits. Okay, yeah, the bullet drop isn't bad. Now I gotta enter some quick data based off the size of the wall. Let's go to the next one at 200 meters. So I have to do this for all distances. I would say that's 72. Now let's take it at 300 meters. .47, I would say. Now let's take it for 400 meters. This 400, yep. 36. And for final one, 500 meters. Oh, this one is a bit messy to see though. Kinda know from experience what it should be. Okay. Okay, that's all good. Now let's measure the vertical scope. So we have it like this. Okay, 464. I'm entering that in my sheet. Oh, Xbox controls. I've been playing on I've been playing a lot on Xbox, but that's like years ago, bro. I know a couple channels that have good that kind of do the same thing, and they could definitely help you out. I should look them up, see which ones those were. But I play on PC, man, so unfortunately I won't be able to help you. Okay, we got the height of the scope or the reticle, 464 pixels, good. Okay, so we are working on the bullet drop right now. So now I gotta figure out how much the bullet drop is. Let's see how much we aimed. So at 100 meters, I know it's, I just saw that. The bullet drop is, there is no bullet drop on there. So I assume this weapon is zeroed at 100 meters. So that means that the scope is zeroed at 100 meters. So if you aim, that's kind of the baseline. So every distance after this one, the bullet will start dropping. Now in one of the, what weapon was it again? Was it a Bellington? I'm not too sure. It was the right tech. The right tech had a weird zeroing when they first released it, so it wasn't zeroed at 100 meters distance like this one, but for example at 200 or maybe even 300 meters or 250 meters, which means that the bullet drop only starts existing after whatever they set the zeroing to be. So let's say they set it to 300 meters. That means that every shot you take after 300 meters will have bullet drop, and you will have to aim slightly above the head. But everything below 300 meters, you would have to aim a bit more down because the bullet seems to be going up. So that's why a lot of people, when the right deck first released, missed all of their shots. They were aiming straight to the head, but the bullet would travel over their heads, and that's because of the zeroing of the scope. Let's check it out. Okay, 26. The top of the wall. So over here, yeah, we can see already that it has a bit of bullet drop. Nothing too crazy though. Yeah, this is kind of minimal. But the bullet drop is about 25 centimeters, I would say, 20 centimeters on 200 meters. You can still practically just aim for the head. Let me check this one out. 16. .5. So at 300 meters, you will start noticing the bullet drops with this SPR build. That's all good. Let's switch over to this view. So over here, I'm aiming at the top of the wall. Kind of like this. 13, 12, 12.5. And we have the last one at 500 meters, exactly at the top of the wall. So you're probably confused what the fuck I'm doing right now, but hey, yeah, the bullet drop isn't that bad. Okay, so if we take a look at the bullet drop. So these are the bullet drops in centimeters. So at 100 meters distance, you have a bullet drop of 0 centimeters. At 200 meters, it's about 25 centimeters. 300 meters, rounded to 60 centimeters. 400 meters distance. If you take a shot, you'll have to adjust quite a bit for the bullet drop. The bullet drop is about 1 meter. And at 500 meters, it drops quite a bit. So it's, yeah, at 500 meters is 188 centimeters. That's quite a lot. That's actually, if you were to try to hit someone at 500 meters distance with this build, you will, so the bullet drop is 188 centimeters. You would have to aim about his entire body length above him. So that's quite a bit. Now imagine that he's also tactical sprinting. So you're trying to hit a moving targets, then it takes skill and luck kind of to hit those kind of shots. Yo, what's up, Nelly? Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. So I'm kind of not keeping much attention to the chat. I don't have the window open all the time. So sorry if I respond a bit late. Okay, now we can actually build the sheet. So we have all the data. I have the data for the bullet drop. We have the data for the bullet velocity. We have the data for the average bullet velocity, the ADS, and the rate of fire. So now we can start putting it all together. So this one won't be important. Let me actually do it like this. Okay, so we have all these cards, and usually when I'm not streaming and just doing this, I can pump out one sheet within about half an hour, I would say, half an hour, 45 minutes. Let's add this one. Okay, now let's scale it up a bit. Yeah, this should be fine. Now let's compare some data. Gotta figure out what the size is of this vertical scope so that I can scale it properly. Okay, this is good. Now let's turn this one off. Oh, let's do it like this. Okay, yeah, that's all good. So I'm quickly adding the reticle to all the distances. Okay. Now we have the at 400 meters. We're almost done with this. And actually, I'm working on automating all of this. So basically, the bullet drop in physics, you have the gravity, and the gravity there is a formula to calculate, and you can kind of project the how the bullet will drop by using calculations. But now then again, this is this is of course a game. This isn't real life, so they kind of tweaked the the formula over here, and I'm actually kind of reverse engineering what all those formulas are and what impacts it in the game, so that I can start automating this stuff. I guess we're almost there to calculate it all, but it takes a bit of time. Hope to release it within a month, something like that. Okay, now let's turn off the previous reticles that I used. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so now what we have is I just have to update the attachments over here. We have the bullet velocity, we have the ADS, we have rate of fire, we have the distances are all set. Now we have the reticle in the sheet. Now we got to scale the operators proportionally, because if you remember, this is the original reticle from the game. I kind of redesigned it. But these sizes are exactly good and stuff. And then I scaled it up, so otherwise scaled it up in the sheets. Otherwise, the operator would be really small and would be really hard to use these sheets. So I scaled it up. But now I also have to scale the operator proportionally, so it kind of looks exactly as you would see them in game. Otherwise, all of this would be kind of useless. let's check it out. So the operator over here. So I did, obviously I have a model in here, and now that I scaled the reticle, I'll have to, I know exactly how tall the operator should be. So we should be 185 over here. Let me actually lock this layer. 185. Yeah, that's it. 200 meters, he should be 78 pixels tall, the operator. So let's do that. Oh. Yeah, 78. Let me scale those guys. 78. Now let's grab the next one. 51 pixels. Like that. 400 meters. 39 pixels. And the last one, 500 meters. He should be 32 pixels high. Okay, and now we can start working on the lead. So we have 3 operators. We have the white one, which means that the guy is walking. We have a sprinting operator, and we have the tactical sprinting operator, which you can recognize by in game because the guy will hold his weapon up. That's the fastest way of sprinting in game. So now we have them over here. Let's go over these as well. Align them. And we'll fix this in a second. They aren't aligned properly. Kind of all good for now, but let's align these boys. Okay. What is it? 400 meters. Yep. Okay. And at 500 meters. Okay, that's it. Let's start off with the first one, or actually all the walking targets. So because I use the, so some people ask like, why are all these aligned? Let me show on a different one. So if we pull a line over here, you can see that we are looking at the walking target right now. So the white icon, so they're all aligned on the same, they're exactly the same aligned. So some people found it odd that that's the case, but that's because we use an average bullet velocity for over 500 meters. So I use the, well, in this case, this is the Pellington, 1025 meters per second was the average bullet velocity for this one. And since the target is always running at the same speed, or in this case walking at the same speed, if you scale them down, you'll see that that the lead actually does increase. Like some people felt like, whoa, but why are they all on the same line? So the lead is always the same. But if you translate it into centimeters, you'll get it. So this guy, let's say he is about, I would say his feet ends kind of over here. So this gray bar represents how tall this white icon is. Now let's say in real life he would have been like 185 centimeters tall. that will mean that we would be leading the shot with this amount, which, for example, in this case, or actually, let me pull up the actual sheet. Would be easier to understand. So I'm working on the lead right now, and the walking target has a lead of at 100 meters. You should lead a walking target with about 44 centimeters. At 200 meters, it's about 88 centimeters. So it's immediately obvious that that the lead changes at distances, of course, even though they will be aligned on exactly the same vertical or horizontal marker on the reticle, if you get what I mean. Okay, let's check it out. So we have the, let's take a look at the data. Kind of getting carried away. Using Figma, so we'll take all the walking icons first. This one, 300 meters, 400 meters, 500 meters. And okay. Now let's change their position. 32 pixels. Okay, so this is what you should be leading target at. I'm shooting a walking target. And now let's go to the sprinting targets. 48 pixels. A little bit more. So yeah, it's just a bit unfortunate with this exact setup. The bullet velocity isn't that high, but I know that a lot of people play with a similar kind of loadout, so it's good to have this. Okay, so this is it. So as you see, they are all aligned on the same line, all the walking targets, but then again, because if they are at a further distance, the operator is smaller, but the lead does increase if you translate it into centimeters or inches, feet, whatever. Okay, let me remove this line again. Okay. Now, let me quickly launch the game again because I kind of forgot what loadout. I didn't take a screenshot of the loadout. Oh, sorry, Nelly. My bad. I kind of talk as if everyone is a bro. And launching the game real quick. Gotta take a screenshot of the loadout. Salazar, thank you for the like, bro. Thank you. So we had this loadout, gunsmith. Actually take a screenshot of it. We have the monolithic. We have the SPR 26 inch. Then we have the Solo Zero. 28mm. And Commando foregrip. And we have the Lapura rounds. 338 Lapua mag 5R mag. Okay, that's it. This one is finished. Yeah, Kansi. Yeah, bro. What's up, man? I still didn't have the time to kind of figure out the one for the Strela, because that's one a bit more complex to fix. Because first of all, I need to I finally unlocked all the attachments for the Strela, so I could start covering it. But I need some addition. I need to make some changes to the model that I have in Google Sheets to accommodate for all the different vehicles. But I should be there soon. I could at least already have the model for the tech rover, so that's the buggy, and the ATV. So those will probably be the first ones that I will cover. The Strela is crazy. Would be nice to have that one. Also requested a lot though. Okay, now we have the 18 SPR208 Solo 0. Yeah, that's kind of it. That's this sheet. Let's create a folder. So let me know if there is any other loadout you guys would like me to cover. I'll be glad to cover it. It does take a bit of time, but it's all good. At least for me it is. Probably for you it's a bit more boring, I would say, to watch this shit. Okay. Thanks, Allah Wahab. Appreciate it, bro. Okay, now let me quickly update the website with this one. And Warzone, bulletproof complete. Okay. So I'm currently uploading it to the website, just updating the page right away. Yep. Okay, cool. Should be on there like 15 minutes. Now let's see. Actually, what I usually also do, what I should do right now as well, is kind of validate the sheet to see if we all the data is correct. So I'll hop on a round of plunder real quick. I'll be back in a minute, and I will take some shots, record it, and compare it to what we see in the sheet, and see if everything adds up. Okay, I'll be right back.
Check your gear and weapons. Planes are making ready for deployment.
Okay, I'm back. Let's take the SPR. I'll pull up the sheet. Oh, my FPS is really taking some hits right now.
Contract looting or eliminating targets. Alright, soldier. Mark a drop point for your team.
Okay, let's check it out. So we have this good. So we always lead from the first, between the center mark and I would say kind of the first mark. So that's what I'll keep in mind while using the sheet. I usually like to land on either, I know a lot of people land on storage. So that's kind of where I'll be going. Just to take a couple shots and see what happens. Let me actually close one of the programs. Okay, like this. Yeah, so I see that multiple people are landing on storage, which is great. Now let's find some people. Oh, wow. Oh, let me quickly change the setting. I have different keyboard profiles. Okay, this guy is landing over here. Well, it doesn't. So this was just centered. Obviously, no bullet drop on this one. Let's see if we can spot some enemies. Oh, storage town is usually full with people. I was a bit late, so I don't know what the flight path was exactly. Didn't pay attention to it. So now what I usually do is I ping the target so I know what the distance is. This one is at 344 meters. Oh. Now I got shot. Actually, I messed up one thing on the sheet. Let me quickly pull out. What I didn't take into account in the sheet is the bullet drop, which is kind of silly. Okay, just give me a second to update the sheet because I didn't take into account the bullet drop. My bad. I had to update that. Okay, so we have the bullet drops over here. Let me check how much it should be. So this one is basically 0, which is great. You can just aim for the head. Now we'll go to the 200 meter mark. And I have the values over here in my sheet, which I'm implementing right now. Let me show you. So I kind of had to do quite some calculations to figure out how much 1 pixel on your screen, what it translates to in centimeters. So it's accurate, but right now it's like 11 pixels is the same as 25 centimeters rounded. So that's what I'm going over right now. So 11 pixels for 200 meters. Now on this one, it should be 16 pixels. That's like this at 300 meters. So you basically just aim slightly above the head. And that's about 57 centimeters in real. If we translate it into centimeters. 400 meters, we have to adjust quite a bit. So the bullet drop at 400 meters, let's assume, based on my calculations, an operator is 185 centimeters tall. I don't know what it translates to in inches. In pixels, it's 40 pixels. And now let's round this 8. Actually, I'll do a quick math. So in game, you have to adjust with quite a bit. So this should be, so we adjust with about a meter. That's quite a bit actually. Let's remove this one. And let's hop over to the last one at 500 meters. The bullet drop is 188 centimeters, which is more or less his entire body length, height. And that's about this. So as you see, at 500 meters, the bullet drop is quite hefty. Now it's correct. Okay, let's hop into another game just to validate the sheet, see what's up. So this is how I take a look at those sheets. So what we have over here is we redesigned the reticle as it is in the game. This is the Solo Zero scope with a default reticle on it. And it has these markers. These markers will help you to determine how much to lead and how much to take the bullet drop into account. So if we take an overall look, you always, for the lead, you always aim between the center of the reticle. Actually pull it up like this. Between the center of the reticle and kind of the first mark. So that's what I'll try and remember. And the bullet drop will always be between the center mark and the first mark. So everything up to 300 meters is basically just aim slightly above the head. And at 400 and 500 meters, it's kind of halfway to the first mark. So this is the first mark over here. And it's about halfway there. You can also take a look at this one. I would probably take a look at this one if I'm targeting someone at 400 meters. And at 500 meters, it's just a bit more. in between this one and the actual first mark. I'll quickly export this image. Export. Just so I can keep it right next to me. So I usually I don't really keep the cheat sheet while gaming, while you're running and shooting and shit like that. Just before a game, whenever I pick a new sniper, I just take a look at the big sheet real quick, at the cheat sheet real quick, and kind of take a look at some pointers over there, and that's it basically. Let me close this one up, down. Check if I have the correct loadout. Yep, the SPR. Well, what's the flight path? Yeah, so right now, usually the best way to practice is to hop in a game of plunder. Hotspots are storage town and airport. Usually there's people at the airport as well. Superstore is quite hot. And I usually just drop at one of those locations. So right now I'll just drop at on top of the airport, because I know that a lot of people will be dropping at storage. Another good spot to practice is to drop in on orange, because a lot of people will be running around over here. They will be running around on the rooftops. And that's basically it. Oh, the FPS takes some huge hits from the editing software and the streaming, but let's see if we can hit some shots, record it, then quickly check what's up with the sheet. Ah, fuck, hostile dropping in. Oh, yeah, he had me good. Fort Pellington? Leandro. Nice, I love that name, man. You can check the website, TV.Warzone.com. I already covered a couple... I already covered 2 loadouts, 3 loadouts for the Pellington. Let me know if yours is there. Otherwise, just let me know what your attachments are and we can take a look at it, man. Okay, so we see a lot of people moving in. Oh, the FPS is crazy though. Let me quickly shut down the editing software. Let me save it. Hopefully it helps the FPS a little bit. Okay. Shut down a couple of tabs in here. Chrome. Minimize it. Okay. Feels a little better. Yeah, the ADS is quite slow on this build, but for these kind of distances, it's I would say it's still kind of okay. Let me actually check if someone is on airport. Top of it. Yep. So we have this guy. So what I usually do over here, I ping him. I see it's a distance of 300 meters. Actually close down the sheet, which is quite stupid. At 300 meters, I have to aim just slightly above his head. So let's see if he holds still. Cracked him. So this... Okay. This isn't a... this wasn't a headshot, so I had to aim slightly above his head even more. And the FPS is killing me though. So this is 200 meters. I have to aim like really slightly above his head. Now this guy is running, so I gotta take that into account as well. I have to aim about at the first mark when leading the shot. Oh wait, what I can actually do, just give me a second. Actually go into Streamlabs, kind of change. Let's see what this update is a little. So recently I covered the Pellington. I assume the last one I covered is all up to date. Let me actually do a different... Oh, someone is fucking me up. Let me actually change the overlay real quick in on the stream so you guys can see the cheat sheet. Just give me a second, please. I'll just hang in the air over here. Sigma He'll probably kill me again, but okay. I'm just quickly pulling some stuff up. Okay, let me grab the sheet. I'm in Figma quickly creating a new overlay so you guys can see the sheet actually on screen while I'm playing. And they will kill me again. This should do it. Delete this one for the Swiss. Okay. Okay, let me quickly export it. They have killed me a couple times by now, I guess. Okay, now it should be visible, right, in the stream, the cheat sheet? Okay. Yo, guys, leave me alone.
You got this.
Going on top of the hill again. This usually provides a good angle. Oh, one is dropping in. I assume someone is over here, by the sounds of it. Yeah, the FPS is quite shitty though. Let's see if someone is on the train. So the train is at a distance of 100 meters. We're shooting from an angle. And that. Oh. Oh wow, someone else. Oh, did he have? Ah, shit, he had Salvarez, fucking bitch. I'll go to the tower. The tower is usually also a good spot to kind of kill the people from on airport. So let's hope this guy is still there. Hostile dropping in. So I already saw someone is on the rooftop. I'll ping it. The distance is about 250 meters, something like that. I take a look at the cheat sheet. I know I have to aim just a little bit above his head. And that's the FPS, man. So this was just a little bit above his head. Headshot probably. There's another guy over here. This is 200 meters. Yeah, so this was... The shot I just took was at 250 meters. Aimed just a little bit above his head. There's a guy over here at 200 meters. Let's see if we can kill him as well. I'll have to aim just a little bit above his head. Wow, playing at 58 FPS is just horrible, to be honest. I hope he starts running so that we can also capture the...
Enemy soldier incoming.
Taking shots here.
Okay, so I see that some people landed on airport, which is nice. Gotta keep an eye out on those people dropping in.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Hello, bro. Well, as long as he doesn't... As long as he isn't able to get on top, I'm all fine with it. Let's see if there's people over here. Oh, damn, this FPS, man. Someone's targeting me from the strip as well somewhere. So usually when I'm in Plunder and just checking out a new cheat sheet, I usually get about 20 kills or something, so that's quite some shots. This was 250 meters. It was a headshot. That was easy. Looks just running away from me. Let's see where the other guys are. Okay, okay. Okay, we're already entered overtime, so it should end in a minute. 2 minutes. I don't know exactly. I believe it's 2 minutes. Should be one more, right? Okay, it's nothing over here. Oh, that's all good. I'll jump somewhere else. Nobody here anyways. So I'll land close to storage again so that I can start shooting these guys. Or actually, there's people in the tower, so I'll land over here, try and get them. It should be about 300 meters away from them. I have to aim slightly above the head. We're even shooting in an angle, so it changes it up a little bit. Did they just die in the tower, or what happened? There's a vehicle.
Mark the target.
There were shots over here as well somewhere.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Yeah, let's see what this guy does. Kind of want to catch him running. Okay. Tower. Nothing. There's a guy over here. So this 400 meters. So now I have to aim kind of towards the first mark. I mean halfway to the first mark. That's it. Nice. Keep dropping in, boys.
Enemy marked.
Let's go for a lucky shot. Yeah, it's over. I'll hop in another round of plunder. Hopefully The FPS stabilizes a bit. But Leandro, what's your loadout? What are the attachments? Okay, let me grab a drink. I'll be right back. And I need myself a coffee.
We're holding for deployment. Now's a good time to warm up.
Okay, no worries, Leandro. Just give me the translation. It's all good. You can also DM me a. You cannot. Yeah, you can DM me a screenshot as well on Instagram, and I'll check it out. Let me pick up. Oh wow. Okay, so you have the wrap suppressor, barrel 27.2. Okay. Okay, the FPS is crazy, man. 50, 60. Let's see how it goes. Okay, let's see where everybody drops. I usually stay in the air for just a little bit. Storage town, some on airport, probably on the rooftop. Yep. Let's just go to the to this one first. Oh, and people on the train. I love that. Ah, he'll fuck me up. Dropped in bad. Wait, you have the wrap suppressor and the 27. And what do you have for other attachments? Drop in over here again. Let's see if we have an angle on these guys. Okay, that's all good.
Watch the skies.
This guy's dropping in. I need to take care of him first. Now, this build isn't for this shit, but whatever. Let's see if we can get an angle. It will hold still. Yeah. Okay, where are these guys? Okay, so this is 375. I have to aim like halfway to the first mark if you hold still. Oh, let's see. Peek again, bro. Oh, there's another one over here.
Right here.
They keep moving. And the FPS, man, this hard to hit him. I'll probably have that guy dropping in behind me again, trying to finish me probably.
Target right here.
Yep.
Bien joué, PD.
Let's see where these other guys are at.
Enemy marked.
He's aiming at me. I have to aim just a little bit above his head. Like not even to the halfway mark. I'll just do that.
Enemy marked.
Let him hold still for a sec. Oh, that was halfway mark, so that was too high. And now with sniping, it really comes down to kind of training your muscle memory. And from there on, you won't even need the cheat sheet anymore. It's just kind of goes automatic. You'll remember. And whenever you forget, just peek at it again. And that's it. This guy. Oh, but the FPS, man. It's killing me.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Enemy soldier dropping in. Yeah, he will probably come for me. Yep.
Attends, voilà, c'est bon.
That was the same guy. But he's dead now. Yeah, so this guy will have a little...
Target.
Ah, he got downed. He'll get rest. Is there anyone on top? No, let's see if there are... Oh yeah, this, I love these. So this 500 meters, so I have to aim close to the first mark.
Moving.
With the FPS, I can't really hit moving targets, I believe, but let's check it out. This guy is probably shooting at me again. Yup.
Moving.
Had to aim a bit higher. That's it. Now this next guy. That's it. Oh yeah, and it's a good one to have to carry a munition box. Now this guy will probably creep up to me again, drop in a bit further so I don't get a notice, but whatever.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Don't play with me, bro.
Mark the target.
I don't want to finish him. I just want him to get rest so I can shoot him again. And I usually just, whenever I pick up a new sniper, I just enter 2 rounds of plunder, get kind of used to the bullet drop, a bit to the lead, and then hop in on Warzone and just
Mark the
play the
target.
real thing.
Target right here.
So this is at 500 meters. So we have the center mark, and then we have the first mark. It's somewhere halfway there, a bit more.
Repositioning.
Are these guys up again? Yep.
Target right here.
Now he got me. I'll drop in somewhere else anyway. Laser. Okay. Drop in over here. I see that there's people on orange already. I'll probably drop in over here, see if I can take some shots at the guys over there and in the tower. And afterwards I will kind of move up towards the orange marker. Try and clean that area. Take some shots at the guys at storage. So I can hopefully hit some moving targets. And we see this guy 300 meters. I'm just a little bit above his head. He's already down. I was too slow. These guys are also still there. 400 meters. Kind of halfway to the first mark. These guys keep going up and down to the elevator, which is kind of annoying. There he is again. Cracked. Had to aim just a little bit higher. Yeah, bro. Keep still. Hold still. This won't hurt.
Repositioning.
Now the mobility, as you notice, with the SPR, while I'm zoomed in and I move around, it's quite slow, which is quite dangerous if you're fighting people on closer ranges. Right now it's sufficient, I would say, but on closer ranges you'll probably get killed. Let's go for the lucky shot. I'll actually start covering loadouts first, or if you're kind of trying to kill someone, it's parachuting in. But I still have to make some adjustments to the model in Excel, so it accommodates for that properly. Hostile dropping in. He's probably going to storage. Yep. This guy dropped in over here.
Enemy marked.
So it is at 100 meters. Dead center, but now the mobility comes into play because I can't really... I'm not that fast. Reload. Peek real quick, see where the fuck he is. Cracked him. Oh, he cracked me as well. Oh. That's what I don't like about the SPR. The mobility is kind of bad. Yeah, he played me. Yeah, let's see. Yo, what's up, T-Captain? Nice to have you over here, bro. I'm kind of validating the cheat sheet that I just created for one of the viewers. And trying to take some shots, hopefully hit some moving targets, so that I can validate the data. Usually, the model is correct. I just sometimes mess up with entering the data, so it's... Oh, okay. Okay. So it's always nice to just check if it's correct. Yeah, now this guy is playing with the Swiss. He has way better mobility, better ADS. If I take shots at him, the flinch resistance is great. But all of that, I have none of that right now with the SPR, so that's kind of messy. And the FPS is really messing with me at the moment. Yeah, and this is a 600 milliseconds, what is it? ADS, which isn't the best. I shouldn't even be focused on these guys. Let's see if we can hit some targets in storage. This guy is at 100 meters. This dead center. Unless he moves. He's dead.
Dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Wow, I shouldn't be missing all those shots. I blame it on the FPS. Always blame it on the FPS. Oh, behind me, fuck. Oh yeah, the SPR. I've been playing with it for a long time, man, but I haven't used it in a really long time right by now. And this build has a, as you see in the sheet, it has, what is it? A bullet velocity of 1046, which is quite bad. Similar to the Kar 98, so hitting long range shots isn't the best. And the ADS is... I don't know what I'm even doing with this guy at such a distance. See if there's some people in the hills. That would be nice. Oh, I see a vehicle. Come on, be there.
Moving here.
Oh yeah, the FPS is fucking horrible. Who's taking shots at me?
Enemy marked.
Where is this guy? Where the fuck is this guy shooting me from? Haha, airport, huh? Okay. Oh yeah, any Norma. I have put the Lapua now. Yeah. The FPS drops are real, man. But I've been getting those lately since the one of the last updates, which is really annoying. I should probably restart the game. So it is 300 meters. I should aim just a little bit above his head. That's it. Is there people in the tower? That's 400 meters. I should aim kind of to the halfway of the first mark. Let's see if he holds still. Like if they are moving, it's so hard to hit them with this FPS, but whatever. Let's see what he does.
Mark the target.
Stop moving, bro. Okay, so I should aim a little bit higher. Is there someone in the hill over here?
Moving here.
So, T-Captain, what's your... cool, bro. Cool. Sleep well, man. Did you recover from the stream, by the way? The subathon?
Target right here.
Let's see where the fuck this guy goes. Yeah, who is shooting me?
Mark the target.
So, what a lot of people think, they think it's hit scan on 100 meters, which it ain't. Ah, he already played it. Fuck this. Let me check. What was your loadout, Leandro? I'll cover it right after the stream. Like validating the data right now with this low FPS is kind of shit. But we did see that the bullet drop at least is correct, so that's nice. Let me close some stuff down. Okay, let me make a note of that. So you have the wrap suppressor, the 27.2 combat recon on the Pellington this is, and then you have the laser. Cool. Airborne. Okay. Okay. Let me set it up already. Copy and replace. I'll replace this one. Let's pick the Pellington. Oh. Wrapped. 27.2 combat recon, I suppose. Yup. The laser SWAT 5 milliwatt laser sight. Which one did you have? Jungle grip. Then you mentioned the stock. Nice, the combat sock. Okay, so I have them all. 3, 4, 5. Yep. Let me rename this thing. Like 10, Pellington. Cool. Okay, guys, I'll hop off the stream right now. I'll cover the Pellington in a second. Should take me about half an hour. I'll update the SPR, which we just covered on the website, so we have it over there as well. Should be up within an hour or so. Laser, the last. Let me check. Did I make a mistake? Oh, sorry. Yeah, you have the Ember. Okay, so let's see what you did over here. So we have the wrap suppressor, which is good for the bullet velocity, effective damage range. I'm kind of curious to see what the bullet drop on this thing is. The combat recon for additional bullet velocity. I think this one should be anywhere between 1000 and 1200 meters per second. So that will make it way easier to hit moving targets than the Ember sighting point. Okay, so this one would the 5mm laser sight would give you more ADS, and the Ember gives more aiming stability and walking movement speed. That's kind of what I was talking about with the while being zoomed in, especially in closer ranges. It's good if it's easier to move around, so to avoid any incoming shots. What does the combat stock do? Okay, so over here we have the ADS firing move speed. Okay, I like that. Firing movement speed, aim walking movement speed. Okay, this is all for mobility. Love it. And then the jungle grip, aim down sight time, and the flinch resistance. And the flinch resistance is something I'm a huge fan of. Makes it so much easier to hit targets when they are shooting back at you. Okay, guys. I think this is the correct one, Leandro, correct? Yeah, and if you want, just visit TV.Warzone.com. You'll find all the cheat sheets that I've covered thus far. Also a couple vehicles. So with the Car 98, I'll soon also expand these with not only for the car, but not only different builds for the Car 98, but also for other weapons with their attachments. Yeah, that's kind of it. I'll hop off for now, work on the cheat sheets, and see you in the next one, I guess. Yep, and two new videos should be coming out. I should be releasing somewhere this week as well.